Amsterdam, hello. Morning, I'm in Amsterdam today. Yesterday when I arrived in Amsterdam, I kind of just walked around, came to my hotel, and then I went to eat at a restaurant. Not howling when she's waving high. Oh my god, I'm most things were closed by then because it was 7 p.m. So then I decided to go to a library/bookstore where I got Bell Hooks is All About Love. I've been looking for that in a lot of places and surprisingly they don't have it. So this is my last solo day on my solo travel trip. Tall and fine. She's got my back. She'll follow me down every... The Netherlands are so cute. Look at this place. Ah. 2, 3, 4. I was closing all the blinds just so you could sleep the night through. I was staying by your side just so I knew you were okay. Then I was so I went to the Kilo shop in Pepijn and the selection was really good. Prices were like a little bit expensive. I ended up getting one thing for 26 euros. Honestly, not worth it. My impressions of Amsterdam is like, I love how everyone's biking, and the funny thing about the thrift store right now was just that there were so many like parents and kids in there, which is something I've never seen, and kids of all ages, like from 4 to like 25 with their parents. I thought that was so interesting because whenever you go to those hipster places, it's always like young people and hipsters and whatever, but these were like a full range of ages. They had a lot of good stuff, but it was just expensive. Or like if something doesn't fit me perfectly and it's expensive, then I'm definitely not going to get it. I'm going to another Kilo store after I go to a secondhand bookshop first. I went out to Amsterdam. All of my heroes sit up straight. They stare at the ground, they radiate. Look, I'm in Amsterdam. Me, I'm on plan in the kitchen for the sun to pay off. Lonely as a ring on a cold coffee cup. I'm so sick how. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. Oh my god, is that Alyssa?
I've returned.
My solo trip has ended. And that's Babushka over there. Today we're continuing my trip in Amsterdam. Last night I finally met up with my friends, so my solo travel has now ended, at least for this trip. Last night in our hotel we could like hear people partying for hours because we're amidst a bunch of restaurants, but it's also a good location, so I'm very excited for today. Should've known from the start. Now I'm in the dark. Show a little loving. Shine a little light on. Show a little loving. Oopsie. Oh, that looks so good. Amsterdam! Hey vlog!
AF. We're fucking an iceberg.
Iceberg in Iceland.
Yeah.
I'm in the dark, can't see, just feeling my way back to you. I can't feel,
Alyssa always has to pee.
Fuck, I gotta pee. My face feels frozen. I feel like
But I love that feeling. You don't like it? Makes me feel so refreshed.
no, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get frosted. I feel like how I imagine it feels when you get like lip filler, like you're frozen. Like
Oh yeah, yeah. I do imagine that because when you wash your face and it's like stiff.
it's tight. It's a
Yeah.
tight feeling.
I like it. I finished going to the Rijksmuseum and it was so wonderful. It had a lot of like pre-Renaissance paintings as well as like Renaissance paintings, but what I liked best was like the Van Gogh paintings and the paintings from the Hug School. It was so cute. Like all the colors were blended together and they used very bright colors. There was a Monet in there too. I took a lot of photos and the descriptions were really interesting. The part I found the most interesting was how like basically there was a lot of paintings addressing how there was slavery in the Netherlands, but the descriptions addressing slavery were all like a white sticker put on after like the permanent plaques of description, so it was a complete afterthought to the museum. I think that's indicative of the way a lot of museums are handling like to be more awake in this time. A lot of museums I've been to are not really handling well like the legacy of the painters or how their tailleurs or their workshops worked. And that like the museum itself, lots of Amsterdam houses were built by slaves, and the Dutch East India Trading Company was one of those, like one of the first exhibitions of capitalism that has enabled all this. Yeah, I think museums could do better. Basically, like the descriptions about acknowledging slavery were literally just a white sticker on the wall and not in the permanent plaques. I think the white sticker helps it stand out, but it also makes me feel like, oh, they don't really actually care about it. They just want to have it there so that their asses are covered and they don't get called out.
Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, lost. Los Angeles, India, lost on a train, lost.
In every shot, you're going to see someone with a bike crossing my screen because it's impossible to not see a bike here. God, they actually implement it. My friend Ashley asked me to send her a postcard that is Monet-esque. She's the one who taught me how to paint, and she's a professional artist. So I got her a postcard, and I will show you the postcards I got from the Rijksmuseum. So actually these are not from the Rijksmuseum. These are two postcards I got. And the stamps are so cute. Like, I got 5 stamps, all very different from each other. Hold on, let me show you the Rijksmuseum ones though. Okay, so this was one of my favorite paintings. It is the single bridge at the Palace in Amsterdam, 1898, George Hendrik Breitner. And then this one, I was like, oh, that's very Dutch. I want to get something that is like, screams Netherlands. This is a windmill on the polar waterway, known as In the Month of July by Paul Joseph Constantine Gabriel. I like this one because the sky was like, in person you could see the sky was very like 3-dimensional. I think this is oil painting, and I think that's one of the like best distinguishing characteristics of oil paintings. And then I like the like description panel about like how Dutch styles were kind of created and influenced, and that was used as a version of like creating a national identity by the French, I think, when they colonized the Dutch part of the world. And this is the one I want to give to Ashley. There was actually a few Monets in there, like I think 1 or 2, but I couldn't find it in the postcard version, so I think this is Monet-esque. This is The Sea by Jan Terreau, 1887. Also, my stomach was like not doing well, so I sat in the cafe for a while, but I decided to get some oranges in the meantime, and I got a bottle of water. Something I think that is important when you travel is still eating like balance when you can, especially on longer trips like this one has been for me. It's like a 12-day trip, and the one easy way to do that is just by eating fruits. You can always buy fruits. Yesterday I went to the Old Englishman bookshop and I got this tote bag. It says the bookshop is called the Old English Bookshop, and then it says on it, I guess there are never enough books by John Steinbeck. That's so cute. It's definitely not the most functional bag, but I wanted a tote that was like horizontal shape, not the vertical one, because I hate the vertical ones. But this one is definitely better for me.
I've been in search of stones.
All of my fault
making
Star
out
dreams
the
are coming true.
pavement of less traveled roads, mining for treasure deep in my bones. That
A dog just put his mouth on my camera, and the owner was just like, haha, sorry. It's good.
Try to find it in a bottle and came back again. High on a hash pipe of good intent, but it only brought me down. Tried institutions of the mind and soul. It only taught me what I should not know.
20 euros.
So well, who would have guessed? Could be something.
Kilo store water lupin, very similar to the other one, the other Kilo store, but this one is like more empty because I think it's the time of day. But it's really good. I like it a lot.
Travel to each ocean's end.
Okay, I don't know if my camera's working perfectly,